Let's see. We ran the countdown.
All right.
We're on. Let me see if I can see the video. We're checking our socials. We still got 2 more minutes, guys. So as you guys come in, like it, share it. You guys see our socials there. Unmuted the convo, unmuted the conversation. All right. So, oh, yep, I see it. I see it. Let me see it whether or not I can see. So, if you can like it, share it. I love it. I love it. Were you able to see it on YouTube, TK?
Yes, I got
All
it up.
right. Did you get a chance to share it on your socials?
Let me go and do that
All
now.
right, let's do it. We still got 1 minute. We're gonna let Facebook just build an audience. It's gonna be powerful. So, guys, come on in. Let's begin. I'm gonna make sure that it is on my YouTube channel.
Look, I didn't look at me
And
trying to
also,
share.
guys, so we just you don't see it on there yet?
Look, I didn't even get to share it. I was
Oh,
going
it's
in
okay.
trying to
Hold
do
on,
it.
because worst case, I'll share it with you guys. This is our first one. We are working out all the kinks. We were determined. We've been trying to do something together since end of January.
Yes. Well, let's say, was it this year?
Well, actually, it's
Last
been a
year.
whole year. Last
Okay.
year, let's be completely honest. Yes, for the entire year. Yeah. So
Oh
yeah,
goodness.
let's call it what it is. So okay, so let me share this. I'm gonna share this copy link. I'm gonna share it with you in your Facebook. So, and I will also try to text it. Well, I won't text it because that'll go to your phone. Let's
Okay.
see here. All right, guys. So we're doing all the sharing, making sure that it's on our pages. Again, our YouTube channel right now won't necessarily work. So, because we need it 24 hours, we're literally been doing all this all day long, working together, emails, text messages. So we have been quite determined. Did you get it in your inbox? I just sent it to you in your
Um,
inbox on
did you?
Facebook.
Okay. It is still coming through. Well, it's still letting me log in, so we'll
Okay. All
see.
right. Good. Good. All right, so guys, we are on, we are live. I'm excited because like I said, we actually did it. And it's really a matter of starting and setting, like I think I made a post yesterday just about setting small goals and doing something small every single day. And TK, I just really believe like our communication every single day have just been those small things. Like we were like, okay,
Yes.
now this, okay, I may not be able to get to you right now, but hey, give me till later on tonight. And we just kind of knocked it out, and we did everything, and now here it is, the final
Yes.
completion.
We made it. Yes. Look, 5
We
a.m.
made
in the
it.
morning, sending
Yes,
messages.
yes. So, guys, please forgive us if it's not on like all the socials. Like I said, today's the first we're working on all the technical kinks. This is just one of the first days, but every week we are determined that it's going to get bigger and better and get
Mhm.
more people just subscribe. So it's going to be powerful. So it's 7:01. Let me just look at one more thing. Let me see if anybody else is coming on in. I'm gonna like it on my page. Perfect. Yes, I see it. Let me make sure the audio is good on it. Let's see. Make sure I can hear it. Yes. Okay. So I'm doing all the testing. So everything is good. TK, the video is good on social media. I'm looking at the video, so it looks good. So we
And
are
I didn't
good
get
there.
to share on mine yet. I
You
finally
didn't?
got, I didn't. I got Messenger to finally come up, but
Okay.
no message. It's not showing me anything, but
No
that's my
message?
luck.
The message that
Mm-mm,
I sent to you?
mm-mm. But I promise you, it's not me. Look, everybody, it's me. Trust me.
Like I said, so next week we'll make sure that it goes on simultaneously on all of our links. Like I said, you know what I'll do. Let's listen. Today's one of the first days. I'm gonna just send it to you. Just go ahead and go off because I do want it to be on your page, TK. So just
Okay.
I just sent it to you on your phone. Just go.
Okay.
Yeah, just do it really quick. I want to make sure this goes on your phone 'cause I think it's important that your
Okay.
audience
Let me
sees it.
see.
Yeah. So I can still hear you. So you're just gonna
You still
copy
hear me?
it. Yes, come on in, guys. Thanks for watching. Come on in. So we're just working on all the kinks these first couple of minutes, and it's going to be a good conversation. We got some questions. We're going to talk. Like I said, today is just about unmuted the conversation, where we're going to tell it, talk it together. We have our socials that we finally got together. And like I said, we've literally been trying to work together since last year. Last month we were supposed to do something. Some things happened with me, some things happened with her. And we were like, we have to do something. We said, you know what? Let's at least start this podcast. And so that's what we're doing. So while TK's doing that, because like I said, I want to make sure, did you get it? Share it to your page, at least your
I did
Facebook
get it this
page.
time.
All right,
Let me
awesome,
see, because now
awesome.
I think I'm getting there. Let me
Yay.
see.
Okay. All right, so I do see a couple of people on my end that are getting on. So thank you guys for getting on. Like I said, whether you're watching now live, thank you. Whether you're watching the replay, thank you. And TK, I know it's been a day. I've been up literally since 1 a.m.
Yeah.
You've been up. We both worked. We both rushed home. So can you walk us really quick through one of the breathing exercises? Just really quick. Let's just woosah for a moment. Can we do that?
Woo, yes, let's do that because it's needed. It is needed. So, okay, everybody, kind of get yourself relaxed. Feel your feet on the floor. Kind of feel your butt sitting in the chair. Look, and I'm moving the camera. And
Yes.
now,
You all right. Looks good.
okay, okay. Now, what I want everyone to do is just gently close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, think about being present where you currently are at. And then I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose and fill your chest filling with air. And then I want you to exhale out of your mouth, let it all out. And as you're letting it out, feel your stomach sink into your back. So we're going to do it again. And this time when we do it, you're going to inhale through your nose and hold it for 4 seconds. And exhale out of your mouth. Completely let it out. Let it all out. Everything that went on today, everything that was going on before you hopped on with us, exhale it out. So let's do it one more time, and I'm going to be quiet so we can all do it together. So inhale. One more time. Inhale. All right. That
Yeah.
was perfect.
I
Yes.
needed that because when I tell you I've been going and going and going,
Whew. I
just
needed
take a
that.
moment,
That
breathe,
calmed
get
my
some
nerves.
oxygen to our brain. So thank you for walking us through that. TK, go ahead and
Mhm.
introduce yourself. I want to pull up your screen. We've been up there long enough. Everybody know me and you. We cute. I love that for us.
Yes.
Love that for us. Thank you for leading the pose. Let me pull up your screen, and you can go ahead and tell everybody who you are.
All right. As everyone, you can see my beautiful slide here
Yes.
with all of my contact information, my socials, YouTube, and I believe, look, I don't have on my glasses right now. I believe email is the last one on there.
Yes.
So definitely feel free, everybody, subscribe to YouTube, follow me on the other socials, email me if you have questions, something come up. But as Charity mentioned, are we doing, I should have said CC, huh?
You all right. CC and TK. That's what we're
That's what we
we're this
going
is
with.
new.
Look,
We are
look,
branding, okay?
we yes, look, okay, and I have another moment that I'm gonna have to do a little caveat, but okay.
Uh-huh.
So as everyone can see, I am TK Strickland. What I am is a spiritual alignment coach and strategy. I'm sorry, and strategic identity architect. It is a mouthful, but don't worry. Easiest way to remember it is I am an internal alignment coach and I'm a strategic identity architect, meaning once I get you in line, I'm able to help you with your identity, not based on who you think you are and who you were told that you were based on the beliefs that were installed in you, but it's taking you back to your core of who you truly are, who you forgot that you were because of everything that came up around you and that you were taught. So those are my two focuses. And my generally the audience that I work with are high end clients, meaning your high performers, your artists, your entertainers. But the service that I provide and I help every individual with, it's available across the board because we're all human first. And what I offer is getting all of us back centered to that core identity and sustaining success and being able to move forward if we're trying to get to a certain place, I'm sorry, within our career level. I'm able to help you get there because it starts internally, and everything that we feel and do internally, it manifests itself outwardly, so we always have to start internal. So
Yes.
hopefully I didn't go over my minute, did I?
You
Try to
did
get it
not
out
go
there.
over your minute, and
Yes.
I'm just going to tag right along with that because TK was a huge part of, many of you guys see, you know, for those of you who do know me, and I'll just go right into that. I'm CC/Charity Craig, or underscore and period CC. Charity Craig, because TK, I was actually one of her clients last year, and I would say I'm still, because although we decided to do some work together, but she was one of the catalysts in my healing journey. You see there, I said, I'm a host, I'm a minister, I'm a mother, I'm a truck driver, I'm a freight broker. I have embraced everything who I am. And TK, like as she said, the architect, we literally, talked through, of course, who I was, right? And like you
Mhm.
said, but also just developing me and being okay with showing up as I am. And
Yes.
that was the work that you helped me to do. So I want to tell you, thank you.
You are welcome. Look, because I know it's not easy, not even for myself, but you're
Yes.
you're welcome to be here with you. This is perfect. We needed to do this together. We had no idea this was going to even
Yes.
come about, but it's perfect. We here. We
We
made it.
here. We are here. So again, you can see my socials again. I just, I embraced everything. And listen, a lot of times, and I think I heard a sermon the other day, it said that sometimes, well, not sometimes, comparison is a cancer. And if
Yes.
I was to compare myself to TK, or if I was to compare myself to another minister or another mother or another truck driver, I would not be everything who I am today. I just decide that who I am in every one of those little pockets or, areas, I'm going to be the best that I can be. And I'm not going to
Mhm.
compare myself, because comparison is a cancer. So y'all can just keep that as a little nugget there. Comparison is a cancer. Don't let cancer, like the comparison to who somebody could be or would be. I'm me, and you
Yes.
are enough. So this is, like I said,
Yes.
this is just a conversation. TK, you want to do anything before we go to the next slide on that?
I love it. That whole comparison, when you said it, I immediately thought of social media, and we are definitely on Facebook Live. But I need everyone to understand we all have our own journeys. So, like
Yes.
Cece said, there's no reason to compare because my road is not Cece's road. So, why are we comparing each other? We are great as individuals, and we're even greater together. So, there's no reason to compare ever. Remember, if
Ever.
you compare, you are just sending yourself down a spiral of depression and everything else because you will never match up to the other individual. So
That's
just
it.
come on in with us and we'll all do this together.
That's it. Really quick, because we are doing some things together. And one of the things that we're doing together is our first event, our first live event. So I'm going
Yes.
to pull that up on the screen. Let's just talk about that really quick. And I know we have, because I want to make sure we're getting this in the beginning, right? Because sometimes
Okay.
people don't stay for the whole thing. So, which is
Mhm.
fine. But I want us to get to the meat of the thing, because we want you guys to come see us in person. TK
Yes.
and CC. So we got table talk. We're going to tell it, talk it together live and in person. TK, tell us a little bit about what they can expect.
So it's going to be epic. You do not want to miss it. And I guess we need, it is in person. So for anyone that's in Arizona, it will be Scottsdale Library, Civic Center Library. But we need to discuss, maybe we need to have this up on Zoom or something as well.
Yeah,
So
you
more
know what?
people
Let's do
can
that.
join us.
So
Okay,
people can join. Yes.
perfect.
I'm the tech girl. So
Yes. Look, thank goodness. so,
Zoom as
so
well and live. Yes.
Yes. So we are going to talk about it. How we created our name honestly was very strategic, and everything you'll notice as we do things, we're strategic and it's an architect framework behind it. But the unmuted, the conversation, we even went back and forth, male, female. And I'm like, why are we not bringing everybody in?
Every
Because we need each other.
yes.
So, talking about it, telling it, we're going to do exactly that. We'll share our stories, kind of give you a feel of how we move and navigate through life. I'll give insight as far as how I do what I do as being a coach and the other individuals that I help. But in doing this, what we're doing is helping those that'll be there with us live and then those that will be on Zoom, because there is so much that we do not talk about. So we mute ourselves, we shrink ourselves
Yes.
because sometimes comparison is coming into play and other things are coming into play. So what we're doing is we're stepping up, CC and I, and we're saying, come join us where there is
Yes.
no mute. Talk about it and tell it, because we're here, a safe space. There is no judgment. So after we talk about it, you tell it, whatever, we gonna reshape that because it ain't what you
Yes.
think it is. And that's getting to that identity, and you're gonna walk out a better version than how you walked in.
That's it.
Definitely.
And a lot of times, I'll say this, there is get get there at however you can. If like I said, we will create the Zoom, but just the in-person experience and
Mhm.
just being able to be, and like I said, a lot of times, and I know TK, she has paperwork. I'm also a teacher of the gospel, so I'm probably gonna also have some, so you want to get there for the homework that we'll give out. Because
Yes,
I know how
yes.
I do things. I know how TK does things. And like I said, whenever you find people that just align with who you are in your flow, it just makes things. And so this event is something that you don't want to miss. Like I said, the first event that I personally had, TK had, we were like, no, we got to continue to do something. And so that's really how this
Yes.
came about.
Love it. It was. And it took, what'd you say? It took us 30 days. Was that December, January?
That was the end of
Was
December. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes. And we did with crazy schedules. Like Cece said, we
Yes.
finally made it happen. So now you guys can join us every week live with our podcast. We are going to do that.
Yes.
And then this first event that we're doing, we are opening the door. We decided free, didn't we?
Free.
Look, I'm surprised.
Yes.
See, we're deciding it free. So do not miss out, because we are going to give you a lot. And then after that, we'll discuss how to continue to participate in the events or join us, whether it's in person or on Zoom. But it's going to be a very nice conversation, a very good table talk, and it's raw and unmuted.
Exactly. And like I said, today is just really just like the introduction. So you guys can kind of just get a feel for myself, get CC Charity Craig, and also TK Strickland. We just want you to be able to, see our personalities, understand what this is all about. Like she said, it's unmuted. It's a conversation. We're gonna tell it, we're gonna talk it, we're gonna talk things through, we're gonna share experiences, we're going to give from her, like she's a spiritual architect, right? But then I'm also on my end, one of my things in my long list of things that I've done. I couldn't put it all there, but I put on there some of the things I'm very proud of and that I pour into. Is one of the things. I was a pastor. I was a senior pastor, and so seeing people outside of the church, one of the things is just to go into all the world. And so this media platform for me is just one of the ways that I get out of the church and actually reach people that may not come to the church. And so this is one of the ways. And TK, she is like I said, I just don't align myself with just anybody. TK is one of the ones that helped me, but then I also know that she's solid as well. So thank you once
Thank you.
again. So
You know what?
let's go to
Let
a
me
couple of questions. Okay, go ahead.
I love when you said that, because in the car when I was getting back home today, I was telling my husband, he was like, how did you and CC do that? He was like, all this time. And I was like, you know what? We are the perfect pair, because with you being your spiritual work and being a pastor, and when I use that label spiritual, the combination of the two, because when I say spiritual, it's non-religion, because it's all internal, and when you say it, you bringing it from the religious side. But for us to still be aligned, that's how we're able to welcome anyone, because it
Yes.
doesn't matter where you're at. We meet
Mhm.
you where you are currently at and
Right.
help you move forward. So I'm glad you pointed that out. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I think that was one of the things that I really prided my ministry on, was not when, because when people say church, the religious side, for me it was real life experiences and bringing things just to an everyday, not over the top, but being able to break things down in a practical way, and using
Yes.
testimonies, and so that, because that's the way the Bible was written. It was written in parables, it was written in stories, and it wasn't on anyone's head. And so I really pride myself in my teaching gift, in being able to break things down just in a way where it makes sense, where it's easy, and they can go and apply it. And tonight you can say, you know what, I got something out of that, and I can take that and use that as a tool. So
Yes.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Love it.
yeah.
Love it.
All right. So we have a couple of questions, because we got, actually, this is going by so fast already. We're already at 21 minutes, girl. We
Gosh, look at that. Okay.
always
Look,
wanted to
see?
make this 30 minutes, but we said but this is gonna be every Tuesday, guys. Every Tuesday night. We're gonna be on here. And like I said, it'll be live. Okay, all of our platforms will be live as well. But do we just have a couple of questions so that you can, get a chance to know us? And so, TK, did you want to ask the question first, or you want me to go?
I'll ask mine first.
Okay.
Okay, so first one I have for you is, what is one affirmation you live by?
One affirmation that I live by. Um, And for me, because I was literally born in the church, a lot of my affirmations are scripture based, right? And so one of the ones that I live by is just that it's in Him that I move, in Him I live, and in Him I have my being. And so it stabilizes me knowing who I am outside of my external situations, outside of external forces, outside of external voices. I am who I am in Him. So it's in Him that I live, in Him I move, and in Him I have my being. Outside of Him, I'm nothing. So whenever I take, it's like seeing myself, kind of like encased in a shell, almost like um, a an astronaut, right?
Okay.
An astronaut
Hmm.
has to get into a suit in order to go to another atmosphere. And so me, whenever I go into bad atmospheres, or I go into bad situations, or I face hard challenges, I got to remind myself it's in Him. So I step into Him, and that's how I move, that's how I live, and that's how in my God suit. I
I
put
love
Him
it.
on, putting on the whole armor, putting Him on every day to be able to go out and to experience life. Without Him, without that shell, without that covering, I'm nothing. So that's my affirmation.
Oh my gosh. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. You want to
So
ask me one, or how we going to do
you
it?
can answer the exact same one. So, what is an affirmation that you live by?
It's so funny that that one is yours, because I literally every morning and throughout the day, mine is, I create exactly what I want. So be very intentional and purposeful in that creation.
That.
So
Yeah.
every single move. So if someone does something to me and I choose to get an attitude, I got to remember, hold on, is that what you're trying to create? And what I also remind myself of is, if I don't make a choice or decision moment to moment, then I'm still making a choice and a decision. So let
Mm,
me be in control
you
of
control
that
intentional.
decision. Yes. And that's why, that's every single day. That's my affirmation. And I since I have started living by that, my whole life has changed because I just,
Mm,
you leave it to other people's hands. It's like we'll say all of this is happening to me when it comes to life, and it's not. Kind of like basically what you said. Life happens for us. That is an
yes.
experience, you know? So I'm like, if I am intentional and purposeful about what I do, I can create exactly what I want. And when I tell you guys, I literally created, and this is a part of what you will get at the event and anyone that works with me on their own, I will literally say something and I am so for sure about it that it manifests itself just like that.
Wow.
Literally, if I say
Yes.
I'm going to go in here and get something free, I mean, I've went in stores and been like, I'm just going to ask them. That's the key. Just ask.
What is that?
Just ask. I'll get a ton of stuff. They'll be like, oh yeah, I could do that. Oh yeah, I could do that. Go to
Wow.
a hotel at one of my events and I'll be like, can I get an upgrade? What's the highest level room you have? And they'll be like, okay, sure.
Wow.
And it
Because
just
you
happens.
manifested it.
Yes, yes, because it's
And
our
that is
thoughts and feelings.
the thoughts and feelings. And that goes back. And like I said, I'm always going to, because like I said, you have your audience, and I have my eyes. So we're always going to tie these things in together. And like I said, I
Hmm.
think that, like I said, it's the perfect match because when you say that, it brings me back to Genesis, where it's how we were created in his image and in his likeness
Absolutely.
to create. So you call it
Yes.
manifestation. I call it creating because I have the creative power inside me because the greater one lives inside of me. What are you speaking? I'm
Mhm.
sick. I'm weak. I'm
Yes.
I can't take it. What are you speaking? Because that's what you're creating. You're literally creating your world.
Absolutely. You nailed it. Or what else is it in Genesis? We're made in his image. And if he is the creator, then so are we. Look, so I love how you do it.
Amen.
It's
Yes.
perfect
That's
match.
it. That's
Yes.
it. So I'm excited. I'm excited. Let's ask another question because we went through a couple of different flyers already because we were gonna just kind of bounce back and forth. But I love the conversation, and that's what this is really going to be about: us having a conversation, us having topics, and we're just going to bounce off of one another because, like I said, for each individual, everybody learns a different way. Everybody
Mhm.
is at a different spiritual level. Everybody's at a different walk in life. And maybe what I say, but also maybe what TK say, maybe what we say together, whatever it is, we're going to tell it. We're going to talk it together. And one
Yes.
way or another, somebody's going to be motivated,
Mhm.
inspired to go and do.
Yes. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
All
TK,
right.
because now it's your turn to ask me a question. We got a few more minutes. What you want to
Okay.
ask me?
Let's go with, oh, I like this one. When did you realize your voice mattered?
So, as I was up looking at these questions, and I said, "That's a really good question." And I always go with. I don't try to make. I always go with the first thing that pops up in my mind. And all I can remember,
Mm,
I was a little girl, and we had a shed in the back of our house, and I would go in there. It was kind of like like a little clubhouse, and so I would go
okay.
in there. I would set up my dolls and everything, and I would teach my dolls.
Mm,
And so from a little girl, I don't remember what age I was. I don't even know if I was in school. It was that long ago. But I just remember knowing that I had something to say. And I would
wow.
talk to anybody that was going to listen, including my little. So I set up my own little classroom.
I love it.
So I've been talking and trying to teach someone since I can remember. And that's how I knew. I was like, no, I have something to say and I'm going to talk. So what my mom called me Lady B. I was always busy, but I was busy, but I
Mhm.
was always talking. I have a voice. And I just want to encourage somebody else here today that you have a voice. Don't let
Mhm.
anything, anyone, any situation, any circumstance mute your voice. Speak. And you speak until you know exactly who you are and what you have to say and make it clear. Your
Yes.
turn, sis.
Okay. I had to do that same question. I just have to because when you
Yes.
said it and said first thing that comes to mind when I thought about that prior, I thought of one story, and when you said it now, the same one came to mind.
See.
Yes. So I'm like, let me share. So I will tell everyone, if you ask anyone in my family, I'm the quiet one. I
Mm.
don't talk. So I'm like that hermit. I'm not the, oh, what do they call those? I was just at an event and we were
That like
talking.
the recluse, kind of like the introvert.
Yes. Yes. I
Me
am an
too.
introvert. Thank you. I
Yes.
could not remember. People don't believe that, but I really am.
Yeah.
And the very first time that I knew my voice mattered, it's going to sound weird, you guys, but I promise you, it was my auntie's funeral.
Mm.
And it was one of those moments, at the funeral, they're like, if anyone has anything to say, please get up and say something. I had seen that happen multiple times at other funerals and nobody gets up and say anything. So I was way younger at the time and I'm like, I'm getting up here. I told my mom, I was like, I'm going up here. She's like, okay. She always support me. And I went up there. I'm pretty sure I was nervous. I was younger, but I went up there and I just was up front. And that's how I am with the style of what I do. No one wanted to come up here and say anything about
Wow.
Aunt Dolores. So I'ma just say it because I
Um.
know what everybody out here is thinking. And when I did that afterwards, so many of my family members were had something to say. They were like, Tasha is what they would say. I cannot
Uh-huh.
believe you just did that. Look, I gave that
Wow.
secret to the T. And at that moment, I realized, and then it turned into, can you do that again? And I found
Mm.
myself as being an introvert and quiet, I know exactly when to say something. So I say something when I need to say something, always defend myself, but I know when is the right time. Don't know how I know it. I just feel it in my gut and I say it. And that's how I pull things out of people because it's like, I could tell you think it's something and you don't want to say it
Yeah.
and the words just flow to bring it out. So
Yeah.
that's how I knew.
And I'm gonna tag right along with what you just said about being an introvert. I think that talented and called and creatives, we are introverts.
Oh, we
And
we
so it's okay. If you call yourself an introvert, I will literally sit in the house by myself in a quiet house. It won't turn anything on. I'm okay with my own like internal. I internalize. I'm an
yes.
introvert. And it takes a lot even for me to get around into big crowds. And so although I'm great on the stage, everybody loves when I speak, but
Hmm.
that's not something that I love to do, but I do it because I know that it inspires and it helps and it's something I'm called to do. But again,
Yes.
if you call yourself an introvert, both of us, we're both introverts. But guess what? We know that we have something to say. We have something
Hmm.
that's on the inside of us. And we know that what's inside of us will help someone else. So we want to encourage you today. If you're an introvert, start looking for opportunities.
Yes. You nailed it. Yes. And if anybody ever wonders, look, Oprah is an introvert as well. And look at what she does. Look at us doing this right now. This is how real it is. So everyone knows before we went on, I'm telling Cece, okay, here we go. I know we going live. I gotta work on this. You
Yeah.
gonna be fine. I'm like, okay, come on, get it together. And I feel that way every single time, whether I'm doing a workshop or a TV event. It's like, okay, TK, come on, let's do this, let's do this. And my husband's like, why are you doing that? You're just fine. And I'm like, no, because I can go crawl up in a corner, read a book, or just
Mhm.
sit there in peace. But our voice, we have to get that message out. So just like Cece
Yes.
said, it being comfortable with being uncomfortable, because that's where our
Yes.
greatness is at. So that's what we do.
Yes. And so we want to encourage you today because we're at 34 minutes, girl. We're at 34 minutes. We said we was going to make this 30 minutes. So
Yes.
let this first, like I said, we have been working on this since the 20, actually, even before the 28th. We've been
Mhm.
talking about doing something ever since last year. Every little step brought us to this moment. And we just said, we're just going to do it. It's not perfect, but we got on. And we just want to encourage you that whatever you've been called to do, whatever gift, whatever skill, whatever talent, you matter. And if you just start, and that's what we said, we're just going to start. And I
Mhm.
believe I have a vision for this, you have a vision. And the more that we put things together, it's going to get bigger and better. We're going to have more and more followers. And so, the same way with you, if you have skills, if you have goals, if you have dreams, start.
Yes, absolutely. Start. So don't say I'm a try. That's my
Right.
thing. You either do or you don't. And don't worry about if you fail or not. It's about the experience. As long as you do it, you did it. So there was no try involved, and you'll continue to get better, because that's the only thing that keeps you separate from achieving your goals or not achieving them is, did you start taking a
Did you
step
start?
at a time?
That's it.
Oh, look,
And
there's
that
my
is the segue
invitation.
to our ending because there is an invitation for you, Miss TK. She is bringing who she is and what she does. And that's one of the reasons, like I said, I'm just the host. And I wanted to, we're just bouncing off. I love the social media piece. I love putting everything together, but I also enjoy putting other people on, seeing other people
Mhm,
shine, helping.
mhm.
That's a love of mine. And so you have invitation based on what you do. So talk to a little bit and
Yes.
talk about the invitation.
So this invitation, it is a private event that I am having, and it's for 7 people. And once the 7 slots are full, and I'm down to 6 slots now. Sorry, everyone. Someone took a slot already, but it's for those individuals where everything feels like and looks like it's great on the outside, but internally you still feel like you're missing something. You feel like something is off. When everybody looks at you, it looks perfect, but we are living with us daily internally, and we know what we're truly feeling, and we have to be honest with ourselves. So for those individuals that feel like it's a weight that you're carrying, or you just cannot get over that hurdle that you've been experiencing for a while. And I put a couple of bullets there. Look, if I would have put on my glasses, I could have read them to you, but you guys could definitely see it.
Yes, I can
But
see it.
okay, what it is it's a 6 week event, and it's 75 minutes, and it is a live. Now, you guys heard what I said at the beginning, but this is live. You're going to get 75 minutes with me where I am going to present information to you only based on what we're discussing in the event. And what it does is it helps you identify your true identity. We are going to uncover those beliefs that you have, because the majority of our beliefs, it hurts me to say this, they don't belong to
I
us.
don't know. Yeah.
Mm-mm. And that's the problem that we're having. That's why we're in the situations that we are in. It's because of our beliefs and our values that we're carrying, and they're not ours. So we're going to uncover what those beliefs are. And then we're going to create some new beliefs that actually belong to the identity of who we truly are. And then we're going to move forward, whether that's sustaining our success or that's accomplishing whatever that goal may be. If it's getting a promotion at work, or it's you stepping out, finally doing your dream, whatever it may be. But I will dedicate that 6 weeks, once a week, 75 minutes. Since it is a private invitation, you guys will see on the screen, it is $1,500 a person, and it is an offer. Normally, this is something that's going to go for 9,000, because there's homework involved, there's a lot of things, and you're going to have availability. But I'm sorry. I will be available to you. Now, it is going to be structured out, because I do have different events that I also do during the week, but that 75 minutes is dedicated to those 7 individuals. You will have my direct contact. And like CC said before, you could send me a text and I'll be like, give me 1 second. I am going to get back with you, and I will respond, because when we get started, I got you. It's like I am living it with you, because I go through the same process every single day. I've just practiced it more. That's how I'm able to deliver it. But my heart goes out to every single person that reads this and says, yes, I want to do this. And don't ever say, I don't have I don't have the money. Because remember, that's a thought. And when you create that thought, it's an emotion that creates a feeling. And that's the reality you're creating. $1,500 is a steal. There's payment plans options available, but there is 7 seats. Anyone interested, definitely send me an email, info@TK Strickland, and just put Facebook Live, and I will offer that to you. Did I go too long? I do it every time. That's why I just need to read the bullets.
Yes.
Let's just read the bullets.
Just read the bullets. You're fine. You said it's for those who are tired of carrying emotional weight, those who want to clarify and want clarity and stability again, for those who are ready to realign without disrupting everything they've built. That's powerful.
There you go. See, look, those
Yeah.
were my true words. Those were my words on paper. These are words out of my mouth. It all go together.
It all goes together. That's it. Absolutely. So, you guys, listen. She's worth the money.
Thank you. Thank
She's
you.
worth the money. And like I told many people, and I don't have, I I paid for my healing. I paid for where I am today. It wasn't free. Me and TK wasn't talking for free. I was paying her. Right. So you are worth the investment, right?
Yes.
You're worth it. And there were some times be like, because at that time I was in my truck and I was like, girl, I ain't got it this week. And it was a struggle, but I knew that it was something that I needed to do. And I was willing to not get certain things in order to make sure that I was able to get get that one-on-one with someone that could coach me through some things. And when I tell you, her life and her coaching and her architecture, her being able to map things out for me and make things make sense, it's worth it. So I encourage whoever to take advantage of that invitation. You should be emailing info@tkstrickland.com. Again, here are her socials again. Let us make sure that it stays up on the screen. On Facebook, you can inbox her at TK Strickland. Follow her. I am TK Strickland on Instagram. Her YouTube channel is Coach Strickland. Yeah, Coach Strickland. Her LinkedIn, TK Strickland, and then email, like you said, if you want to get involved with what she's talking about, which is the I think there's only 6 more slots left.
Yes.
6 more slots. Email her and just put in the subject. What would you want them to put in the subject again?
Facebook Live, so I'll know that's where it
Put a
came from.
Facebook Live in the subject so that she knows, hey, this is, someone that reached, and just even if you may not have everything right now, I'm sure, because she worked with me, because like I said, that was time I was a struggling truck driver during that time, but she will work with you. So you are worth the investment. Reach out to her and figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Figure it out. All
Yes.
right. So other than that, TK, did you have any last statements before we end on tonight?
Um, I don't. Look, I do, but I don't. Look, I guess I should be saying make sure you guys join us
Yeah.
next week and make sure you
Next
share and
Tuesday.
tell someone. Yes, but I'm going to leave you the last words.
Well, thank you for getting on tonight, whether you're watching now or whether you're watching the replay. You have something to say. You have something that's on the inside of you. And like I said, for me, my last affirmation, what I've always say is make today great. We're getting ready to go through because it's the evening at 7:41, but you still have time that whatever happened today, you still have the opportunity to end on a good note. And I always say this, greater is he that's on the inside of you than he that is in the world. So he's inside of you, whoever you call it. I call him God, right? We have the ability to have peace, love, joy, strength, everything. We have everything within us. But also, like I said, my affirmation is in him I live, in him I move, in him I have my being. Make you have the capacity to make today great still. Today's still a day that you can still rejoice. No matter what may have happened, put it to the side and say, no, I'm going to start this moment, this minute, this second. I still have a fresh slate and I'm going to make it great because greater is he that's on the side of me than he that is in the world. TK?
I love it. So make the choice
The
to
choice.
choose to be great. And this moment is different because all we have is each moment. This current moment is great. That's it.
Yes,
That
it's
is
great.
it.
So you've been great. We've been great
Been
together.
great.
We did something great tonight, and it's only going
Yes.
to get better. You guys, listen, every Tuesday night, 7 o'clock, join us, our social medias. And I thought about it, I said, girl, we ain't even got no TikTok. So we got to get a TikTok. We got to do all the things.
Oh,
So it's only going to get better, you guys.
yes. Yes. Look,
TK
we
is
have the
going to be
Instagram,
us. She's with
Facebook,
the social
YouTube.
media queen. I love me some social
Yeah.
media. So whenever you guys see my socials, I'm just me and I show up however I'm in that moment for the day. That's what it is. And I
Yeah.
love my fashion. I love my trucking. I love being a mother. So that's what my socials are. And yeah. So follow me, follow TK, and we'll see you guys next Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Big. Bye.
Bye. Have a good night. Make it great.
Good night.